Are you DTF?
Well, are you?
Well, welcome to the DTF podcast.
Where brutal truth meets fitness.
I'm your host, Steven Fiora. Today I'm here with my redneck brethren, Tony Davis.
Davis to Fiora. You heard?
Today's topic is we're going to be covering being true to yourself. Now, this one hits home for me. Uh, Now, being true to yourself, it can be with fitness, it can be with business, family aspects, but being true to yourself to me is you're not going to look in the fucking mirror, or you're looking in the fucking mirror and you say you set a goal for yourself. Okay, you set a goal for yourself, and you're like, for instance, I'm gonna quit drinking soda. Just a little goal. I'm gonna quit drinking soda this week. Okay, I'm gonna start it right now. Okay, 3 days later, you walk by that soda machine and you're like, you know what? I can have one. Okay, it's not gonna hurt it. Okay, then you have one. All right, and then you go in, you get home, you look in the mirror, and you look at yourself. And you're like, man, I didn't fail myself. I didn't fail on my goal. I can still do it. I still don't need soda. um, you're lying to yourself. Okay. And you're lying to yourself. You failed on your goal and you need to restart it. Right.
Yeah, being true to yourself is in all aspects, right? Relationship is work driven, is fitness driven. Uh, Being true to yourself in your work aspect, like, are you just going through the motions? Are you not happy, but you're not being true to yourself? Or is there more that you want to do in your work, but you're not being honest with yourself, saying that you want to take that extra step to achieve that extra goal? So it covers all aspects of being true to yourself, being honest with yourself on a daily fucking basis. Um, you can lie to yourself daily, but at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of what you're trying to achieve, you're not going to achieve it because you've been lying to yourself for so long. So first step past starting that journey is now you know what you need to do to start the journey. Now you need to be true to yourself throughout your journey.
So you're going to tell yourself, hey, you know what? This is my goal. We talked about in the last podcast, we talked about setting goals. You got your small goals, then you got your short term goals and your long term goals. Okay. Now, if you're lying to yourself every time you look in that fucking mirror and you're saying, hey, look, yeah, I achieved my goal this week, but really you haven't. You didn't work your ass off. You cheated 3 days that week, but you're gonna lie to yourself to make yourself feel better, okay? And you're gonna move on to the next goal. All right, you're cheating yourself. You're not gonna reach the end of your full potential. All right, when you're looking at yourself and you're lying to yourself to shortcut, okay? You're giving yourself this false perception. It's a false perception into this reality that's not true. Okay, you're trying to create this reality that's not true. All right, and you're gonna fail in the long run. All right, I've been a part of this. I full blown done this, like with fitness, just the fitness in general. Okay, like I like snacks. I really like my snacks, and I'm a fat kid at heart. But guess what? Okay, every time I went on a diet, I'm like, I'm gonna be strict on this diet. And then 2 weeks I'm good, 3 weeks I'm good. Then I start having a snack. Then I start eating a little bit more snacks, and I keep telling myself, I'm good. But then I find out, hey, you know what? I'm still a fat fuck because now I'm snacking all the time, and my diet starts getting off, and I'm telling myself it's okay. But guess what? That goal that I was reaching out and I'm getting ready to grab, that's gone now. I didn't reach that end goal because I cheated myself by lying to myself and giving myself that false perception that hindered me from achieving my goal.
Yeah, this goes back going back to the looking at yourself in the mirror and taking a photo. Like, I know I see a lot of people that they take the same photo from the same angle every day or all the time because that's their good side. Like, I've got a bad arm and a good arm now. If you take the photo at just the way that you look the best, you're kidding yourself. You're lying to yourself. You've got to step back, breathe, let everything hang out, look at yourself and say, this is where I need to work at. This this side of my body is my weak point. I've got a trap that's bigger than the other trap. I've got an arm that's bigger than the other arm. I've got fucking love handles. Or you're looking at your mirror sideways, at yourself sideways in the mirror, and you're fucking sucking it in. Don't suck it in. Let it hang out, and be honest with yourself. When you're not sucking it in, that's what you're working with, not the trying to do a vacuum and saying that, oh, my waistline's gone down, but then when you cough, your fucking gut busts your fucking belt line. That ain't the way shit works. You got to be honest with yourself. I'm by no means a fucking bodybuilder or fitness guy. I've got a waistline like a fucking 15-year-old fat kid. I love alcohol. I like to drink beer. That's my vice. I'm not a big snack guy, but I like whiskey in the evening times, you know. So be honest with yourself in all aspects. If it's diet, fitness, work, home, even your family. Are you in a shitty relationship and you're just going through the motions? Are you being honest with yourself? Are you doing everything you can for your relationship to make it better? Or if you're having problems, are you just blaming it on the other person when really at heart it's some of your fault too? Are you being true to yourself in all aspects? I mean, this holds pertinence in everything that we do.
Yeah, and to go back on that relationship, or the relationships. Now, say it goes with all aspects of life, okay? But relationship, say you're failing in a relationship, and say your spouse wants to try therapy, try to talk to somebody. Which, guess what? It fucking works. Those people are professionals, okay? Like, I mean, me and my wife, we've tried it out, and it's actually helped us out like a lot with communication and just in general, I mean, happiness. Okay. But a lot of people, like, say, when it first got brought to me, said, no, I mean, we can correct it together. No, we're good. Okay. Well, guess what? We haven't been fucking good for years. Okay. You need to stop lying to yourself. Okay. And it's just like business. I'm not a businessman. I don't own a business. I work my ass off at the job I work at. I'm a lieutenant at a correctional facility, but um, I'm sure it's the same in business. You cut corners, you lie to yourself, you say, hey, you know what? Yeah, those bills, yeah, I mean, we'll make enough money next year because we didn't make enough this year to pay these bills, or we need to buy this extra equipment. We need to buy this extra equipment, and we didn't make enough money last year, but we'll make enough this year. Guess what? You're going to fail.
Yeah. What are you going to do to change that in order to make that happen? You got to be honest with yourself. And it goes back to that. How many times do you go in the gym? You see the same, you work out at the same gym all the time. You go in there and you see the same guy benching the same 135 pounds of bench press for 10 months out of the year. The reason why he hasn't gained shit or he hasn't escalated in his fitness is because he's fucking lying to himself. He goes in there, he does the bare fucking minimum. He does what he thinks he needs to do to chase that pump and get through his workout, and then he goes home. The next day he comes back and does the same fucking thing again. The dude's been lying to himself for 9 fucking months, thinking that he is going to make a change and he's going to get to where he wants to be. Don't go in somewhere with the same fucking mentality every day in the same backwards fucking motion of I'm doing good. This is where I'm at. I don't need to do better. We should try to achieve betterness every fucking day in everything that we do. Nobody is perfect. And if you lie to yourself and tell yourself that you are perfect, or it's just like bodybuilders. A lot of guys, I see pictures and they're like, I'm stepping on stage next year. And I'm like, man, you got a lot of fucking work to do. If you're going to step on stage, might need more than a year, or they say that they're 5 weeks out from their first comp, and you want to be uplifting and help the people out and say, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this comp, but a lot of times, sometimes you just got let people realize that their perception of themselves isn't really the reality of what they are, right? And it's hard sometimes to do that to people because you don't want to break them down, or you yourself don't want to realize the reality of what's going on either. You want to have this great perception. You want to be motivated to do what you're doing in life. But if the perception isn't the reality, then you're not doing anything for yourself. You have to be true to yourself and what you're doing.
Yeah, lying to yourself, just giving yourself that false perception. That false perception leads into a false reality, which is going to lead into failure. Okay. Do not lie to yourself. Be true to yourself. Okay. If you're working out, if you have a goal, give 110%. Don't cut corners. Don't cheat yourself. Okay. If you have anybody that's in part of your life that's trying to hold you back or downing you or doubting you or judging you in any way, okay, don't let them put that false perception on you. Don't let them change your mindset. Get your mind right. Okay. Pick your goal, focus on what you need to change. It's just like that photo that you keep taking on the right side. Okay. And it's because you're not happy with your left side. But in on Facebook or on Instagram, you're saying, "Hey, look at I'm looking awesome." But really, in the back of your head, you're thinking, "You know what? That left side needs work."
Or I
Okay.
can't take a picture of my back because my back's not growing, or I can't take a picture of my legs. You see upper body photos, and guys haven't worked out their legs in 3 years. I mean, it's all about what you want to succeed with and where you want to get, but you ain't gonna get there if you lie to yourself and just go through the motions.
Yeah, you cannot go through the motions. That's 110%. Again, focus. You got to focus. You got to achieve. You got to focus on your goal. And I'm talking the end and everything in between. Okay. Like you reach this part in the middle of your reaching your goal, and then you want to lie to yourself and cut your corners, you're going to fail. Sorry, you're going to fail. Okay. I've reached many goals and I failed many goals. All right. Um, but guess what? I will get to that goal. I will reach that goal. I will correct myself and then I will get refocused and I will fuck shit up every time.
Yeah, it's all about what you like your end goal is too, right? Say so you tell yourself, man, I've been like say you're going for a new job. You got to apply for a new job and they got a test for it. And you tell yourself, man, I've been cramming for this thing for 2 months, but you really haven't. Well, day of test, you're about to find out if you really cram for that motherfucker or not, or if you're ready to fucking take that next step. It goes the same thing with fitness, a competition, or stepping on stage for bodybuilding. You lie to yourself all the way up to the point, but eventually that perception is going to reach reality. And when you reach reality, are you truly where you need to be when that reality hits, or are you going to get knocked back a few steps and get a wake up call slapped across your face? That's that's where being true to yourself pays off at the end of this. You have to be honest with yourself in everything that you do because eventually perception will become reality. And if the two don't align, you're probably not going to be happy with the fucking outcome. I mean, that's just God's honest, brutal fucking truth meeting fitness right here. I mean, that's how life is.
And what that's going to build, because I mean, for example, what's discipline? Okay. What's discipline? Discipline is being able to tell yourself, hey, you know what? I don't want to go to the gym. Okay. I don't feel like going to the gym, but you're fucking going to the gym, right? You're putting that false perception behind you. You're putting that doubt or that hatred of yourself or whatever it is holding you back from wanting to go to the gym, the bitch voice inside of you, whatever you want to call it. Okay. But you need to come out with that win voice, discipline yourself, and go for it. All right. Don't lie to yourself because that's being undisciplined. Okay. If you lie to yourself or if you catch yourself lying to yourself, that's your bitch voice trying to come out and tell you, hey, you need to stop. All right. But we're not going to let that happen because we're disciplined. We're not going to lie to ourselves. Okay. We're not going to give us that false perception. All right. And we're going to meet that real reality at the end of us succeeding and winning. All right. Because what's our main goal? What's all of our main goal? Okay. We want to be winners. It's either make a fuck ton of money. Okay. I know that's a lot of people's goals. Make a fuck ton of money. Okay. Be a bodybuilder, be able to get on stage one day, be able to power lift one day, just compete in on some aspect of life, right? But a lot of people just want to be somebody, but you're not going to be able to do that if you're sitting there lying to yourself, giving yourself a false perception, which equals a false reality, and you gotta focus, be disciplined.
You can only fake it for so long. That's why I said the perception becomes the reality. You can lie to yourself for so long, eventually the reality is going to come at you. I mean, and that's with anything, like I mentioned, the job, that's with relationships too. If you keep lying to yourself saying that you got the perfect relationship, but really things are fucking not going right. I know a lot of people too have this, what they call it, Facebook positive thing, where they are 100% somebody fucking else on Facebook or on social media. Being true to yourself is also being true to who you are. When no matter if the camera's on you or not, that's who you need to be. Is the person that you are on camera or off camera. It ain't just about loading up, doing. I seen a guy a while back had 200 dumbbells, and you could tell that the video was on repeat. Like he did maybe 1 or 2 reps, but he repeated the fucking video. Like it was shitty splicing. But he's lying to himself, and in turn, he's trying to lie to the rest of the world. You only got it twice, buddy. You don't need to fake it till you make it and say you got it 10 times. If you want to get it 10 times, you got it twice, we'll do fucking 3 or 4 sets of 2. Get your fucking strength up. Come back, and when you really can do that son of a bitch 8 times, 10 times, then post that motherfucker, and you're going to be a lot more fucking proud of the results and reactions you get out of that than you are fucking doing it 2 times and being an awesome fucking video editor. So be true to yourself in those aspects as well. Don't, if you're lying to other people, you lie to them about how much weight you can lift. One day they're going to come up and they goes, hey man, we should get together and work out. Well, they're going to load the fucking bar up. They're going to put 315 on that motherfucker. You've been showing you've been bench or telling them you've been bench pressing 315 for 2 months. Well, they come in, put 315 on. Oh no, I can't do that. Or oh
I'm
shit,
not
man,
feeling it today.
I'm hurt today. You know, things ain't right. Don't put yourself in those fucking situations. Be honest with yourself at every turn. Being a true person in all aspects of your life to yourself and to other people is going to take you 1,000 times farther than lying to yourself or lying to anybody else.
Look, guys, everybody's unique in their own way. Everybody's individually, everybody can excel in their own way. Okay, everybody has different goals. Some people have the same goals, but you have different ways to reach that goal. All right, and I'll tell you right now, like if you keep lying to yourself and if you keep staying undisciplined, and just like he said about the weights, like it's all going to catch up to you. Okay, it might not the first time you lied to yourself or lie on Facebook, or you be that guy on Facebook that actually isn't you personally. Okay, and you're giving that false image of yourself to all these people that are actually liking you and enjoying your, you know, social media company, and really you're putting that false image out there. But guess what? I mean, you might not get caught the first time. It might not catch up to you the first time. But guess what's going to catch up to you? And it's going to kick you in your ass. It's going to beat you down, and you're going to fail. You're going to fail worse than just, just cheating yourself. You're going to fail. And that's what we're trying to avoid here. We showed you how to get started. Okay. Now, this is the next step. And I mean, they're all tools that you can use. But this is the next step. Don't lie to yourself. Be honest
You,
with yourself. Be
you got
true
to
to
be
yourself.
true to yourself at the starting point. So we said how to start your journey. Now we're telling you when you start your journey, you have to be true to yourself with where you're starting. Starting's the hard part. Being true to yourself throughout the whole entire thing is going to be difficult as well. There's going to be days that you go in there and there are good days that you have and there are bad days. There's days that I go in the gym and I feel good, like things are fucking working, they're coming together. And there's days I go in the gym and whoo, I look like a bloated fat fuck. Those days are going to happen. But when you're true to yourself in those moments, like you're not going to go in there and look the same fucking way every day. So on those days you don't look good, those are the times you say, okay, now I need to work here. Fuck, my diet was fucked up last night. I got to fix this shit. So that's being true to myself. Yesterday I felt good. I looked a little leaner. Today I look like a fat fuck. Okay, I need to fix it. What am I going to do to fix it? Here's where being true to yourself comes in. So tomorrow you go back to the gym. Do you still look like the fat fuck? Did you fuck up your diet again the night before, or did you fix it? Are you starting to look? Are you not as bloated? Do you not look as watery and shit as you did the night before? It's little things like that, the daily truths that are going to get you to the goals you need to be.
Exactly. Now that's truth. I mean, it's when you're looking in the mirror, and I mean, like he said, and you're talking about diet. All right, that is where like you have to work your ass off. You have to stay disciplined. You have to stay true to yourself. Like he said, I mean, if you have a cheat meal or a cheat day, like Sundays, and you're going to hit it hard on Monday through Saturday, okay, that cheat day, you overload yourself. Okay, and then guess what? If Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday you don't put in the work to work that cheat day off, and you're sitting there saying, "Oh, you know what? It's fine. I look great. You know, I that cheat day didn't affect me at all." But really, you feel like shit, and you're just trying to tell yourself that to make the week easier for you. Like it doesn't work that way. It's going to catch up to you. It's going to kick you in the ass, and then by the end of the week, when your next cheat day comes, you're going to feel like shit because you overloaded yourself last week, and now you can't work to your full potential all week.
So now you're on a downward spiral. Is what it results to, right? You lied to yourself so many times that you continue to lie to yourself. You can't be on. You can't continue the downward spiral. At one point, you got to say, "Okay, I'm fucking up here. I started my goal, but I didn't stay on it. I'm fucking up. I got to be honest with myself. I need to step back, reevaluate, and get shit right. Because if you continue lying to yourself, you're going to get down the road and you're going to be like, fuck, I haven't done nothing. I don't want to do this. I haven't done it right. No, it's because you've lied to yourself to this point. Be honest with yourself. If you're fucking up, say you're fucking up, but fix the fuck up and move forward. You're gonna falter and you're gonna come off shit. You're gonna fuck up. But if you lie to yourself and say it wasn't a fuck up or you didn't go off plan, then you're not going to gain what you want to gain. You've got to be true to yourself throughout the whole fucking experience.
The whole process. And it's a long process. We've told you the last podcast, it's a long process and it's going to be agonizing. It's going to be painful at times. But I mean, it's like when you're sore and you're like, you know what? I'm a little too sore to go to the gym today. No, you know what? That just means you have to stretch when you get there. Okay. You're sitting there lying to yourself and you want to just lay in bed because it's comfy. Guess what? Get out of your fucking comfort zone. Stop your fucking lying to yourself. Take that bitch voice and throw it out the fucking door and start heading to the gym. Then stretch when you get there. And guess what? Oh, miraculously, you feel amazing. And then afterwards, you're gonna feel accomplishment. And then that negative feeling that you were feeling when you're sitting on your bed, like contemplating on going to the gym, okay, you're gonna feel like, you know what? I didn't let my bitch voice take over. I accomplished this today. And guess what? The next time that happens, you're gonna feel that success already because you already had it. You already had a taste of it. Okay.
I felt that way Monday, but I got through it. I can get through it again. Some
Yep.
of my best days have been when I didn't even want to go. You get there, you start driving to the gym, you take your pre workout, you get in the door, and things could fall into place. The gym's empty. There ain't nobody on the machine. You got the whole fucking place to yourself. I mean, just little things that you got to look at, that could change the outcome of your day or the rest of your week. You know, just because you didn't set yourself up for, but you made the extra motion and discipline. You're being honest with yourself. Hey, I don't feel like going, but I fucking need to go. I don't feel like it, but holy shit, look at me. I need to go. I don't need to do cardio today. I did cardio yesterday, but I'm still 40 pounds overweight. Yeah, I need to go do cardio. Be honest with yourself about it. Just because you ran good for a week doesn't mean you're fucking fit. Just because you started lifting weights don't mean you're fucking strong. I mean, you got to be honest with yourself. So,
Yeah. Once you hit those goals, though, once you start hitting those goals, that's when you start building. Like we said in the last podcast, you're going to start building that momentum and that discipline, and it's going to get harder because when you want to sit on the couch, you're going to have hard days. You're going to have really hard days, and all those months of just kicking ass, it can all stop.
and there's going to be a transition too. There was a time at first that I would rather sit on the couch and watch Netflix than go to the gym. But now, if I'm sitting on the couch on a rest day watching Netflix, I feel fucking terrible, and I damn near just still want to go on my rest day. That you get that mental switch. You train yourself to to have different priorities and different habits, right? So it's hard to start, but once you start seeing your body transform, that's the addiction that you want. You want the addiction of, hey, I have to let my body rest. Like this is the time. Okay, I have to rest instead of I just feel like shit. I'm gonna rest. It needs to be the okay. I need to let my body rest. You know, put yourself in that situation because then them rest days they're more epic than anything because you feel good after them. You go in the gym the following day and you feel wonderful. It's the days that 3, 4 days in a row you don't go to the gym. You're telling yourself that, oh, it's a rest day. Okay, first rest day. Oh, it's a rest day. Second rest day. Oh, it's a rest day. No, we don't have 3 rest days a week. We have 2. So train yourself to be honest with yourself and be truthful with yourself. And throughout the start and throughout the whole journey, don't get to a point and start lying to yourself again because then you get a backtrack.
Yeah, and going back to taking them rest days. I mean, you want that. Okay, I'm gonna take a rest day, and then I'm gonna go to the gym. Then I'm gonna go to the gym. Then I'm gonna take my second rest day. It's like split week. That's what I call it. Okay, but then oh, guess what? Something happens. Like me, I go to the gym late at night sometimes. Okay, but I mean, I don't have a choice. I'm on a program that doesn't allow me to stop. I'm on a program that doesn't allow me to take rest. Okay. So guess what? I'm gonna have to work it into my system and I'm gonna have to figure it the fuck out. And I'm on day 12, yeah, day 12, and I have yet to have a rest day. And I mean, I'm planning it accordingly, but guess what? There's days where I don't want to fucking go. There's days where I'm like, you know what, is this fucking worth it? But in the end, I know that it's gonna create discipline for me. Okay. It's gonna create motivation for me. But discipline's always over motivation. Okay. And that's what we all crave. That's what we all crave for success is discipline. Because once you start lacking in discipline, then that's when you start lacking in success.
Yeah, you're doing the 75 hard, right?
Yeah.
So day 12 of 75 hard. So this is another perception meets reality. Steven's doing 75 hard. He gets that day 75 and says he's completed it, but he only really went hard for 62 days. He don't have to tell anybody that, hey, I missed 13 days in that. But if he doesn't, he's fucking lying to himself. Yeah, 62 out of 75 ain't bad, but it ain't 75 out of 75. So that's where perception meets reality.
Yeah. And if
Because
you guys
he's always going to know that he didn't get his 75 if he doesn't do it. And it should weigh on you if you want to be true to yourself. That should weigh on you.
That's right. And you know what? I keep telling myself, I need this because, and honestly, like I was lacking discipline. I was lacking discipline in my, not in my workouts. I enjoy my workouts. So I always go and I always do what I have to do. But one thing I told you, I'm a fat fuck at heart. Well, I was lacking in my diet and I was lacking discipline. I was on my diet. I prepped every day. But guess what? In the middle of my food, I was having these stupid ass little snacks that was making me fluffy, a little too fluffy. So I picked this program 75 Hard. If you guys don't know it, I believe it's episode 14 of Real AF podcast with Andy Frisella. He explains it all. I won't get too much into it, but this program, I chose it because I have a goal at the end, and I'm gonna pass it the first time around, and I have to do certain things every fucking day, without fail, every day. Doesn't matter what happened, rain or shine. I have to go work out outside for 45 minutes, and then I have to go to the gym for 45 minutes, rain or shine. Okay. Doesn't matter what happens. So I'll be going to the gym at midnight, and I'll be check marking it off at 1 a.m. It's like, hey, I fucking succeeded. Okay. And it's creating those wins for me. But I know at the end, my end goal is I'm going to have that discipline. Okay. And I'm not going to fail. There's people that fail this thing like 9 to 10 times. All right. I'm not going to be one of those motherfuckers. I'm going to pass the first time. I'm going to get that certificate and I'm going to put it on my fucking wall and be proud of it. And that's because I'm being true to myself. Okay. One thing that it has you do is it has you take a progress pic every single day. I thought I was stupid every single day. I'm on day 12. I can look at day 1 and scroll through and see all of my progress pics till now. And I can see a change. I can see a change in my mentality. I can see a change in my look, just everything, my mindset. Like there's just one thing that we talk about at work. Okay. My job, you have to deal with a lot of shit. And one thing that we talk about is when you break. Okay. And I'm not talking about like when you break a bone or when you break a leg or anything like that, but when you break mentally. Okay. And I'm talking about you stay focused. Okay. And something happens. Like if we're dealing with, say, we're dealing with an inmate and he's being an asshole, he's banging on doors, he's going to flood the cell, he's going to do all this shit, right? Okay. And you're sitting there trying to talk him down, which real example, okay, sitting there trying to talk him down, and he starts talking about your family. Hey, when I get out, I'm gonna kill your family. I'm gonna do this. Okay. And me as a professional, I'm gonna have to sit there and look at him in his face and say, hey, sir, look, you know what, you need to turn around and cuff up. This is for your own safety and my safety, blah blah. Okay. Now he sits there and keeps talking and keeps talking and keeps talking. It's just like that bitch voice I was talking about. Okay. And you break. Just say I break and I explode on him. I say, you know what, fuck you, motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. You're going to come out here. And I go in there and I fuck him up. Okay, that doesn't happen in our profession. That's what we call breaking. It's just like when you have a goal. Okay, it could be a little break, it could be a big break. That would be a big break for me. Okay, but a little break, say your diet. All right, this 75 hard. Okay, if I don't read that 10 pages a night and I get to 6, all right, I get to 6 and I'm like, fuck, I'm tired. I probably can read the last 4 pages, but guess what? I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. That's me breaking. That's a little break. But guess what? That little break turns into a big problem because now guess what? I have to start that all over again. I have to start the 75 days all over again. All right, that's what we call breaking. And when you're sitting on the couch or watching Netflix, like Tony, and you are sitting there, your voice in your head is telling you, hey, I want to just sit here. Okay. But you know that it's not your rest day. All right. You know that what body part you need to work out or what you need to do that day or that night. And let's go to the fucking gym, get off your ass, and then you can rest after everything's done. All right. And if you break, then you'll stay on the couch. If you don't fucking break, you'll get off your ass and you'll get to work. And that is every fucking day, every day. And I'm a full believer. We believe that at my job, hands down, 110%. And we make sure, as brothers and sisters on the yard, we make sure that we don't break. Okay, we watch those back, and that's what you need to do for yourself. Okay, you need to watch your own back, and when you hear that little voice in the back of your head trying to tell you to stay on the couch and shit, yeah, it's not gonna fucking work because you will not break.
Yep. Being honest with yourself all the way around, all aspects, work, life, family, fitness, no matter what it is.
Your job, Tony, I'm sure you have a lot of shit going on at your work that you want to just break, but you can't because real motherfuckers and winners don't break.
In life, man, life is hard, and being honest with yourself in all aspects is hard. It is difficult. It gets difficult. You get a lot thrown at you sometimes throughout the day. So, it could take something small, to put you in a mood where you don't want to go work out. And you're like, well, that ruined my day, so I can't do it. No, you can. So don't lie to yourself. There's really not a lot of can't options out there. There's a lot of cans. There's a lot of opportunities that we miss on the daily because we're lying to ourselves, saying that we can't make that happen or it's not possible. So being honest with yourself opens doors and opportunities day in and day out for you in all kinds of things. So
Yeah, so guys, look, if you guys got something on this podcast, um, well, first thing, we're not gonna put ads in here. We're not gonna fill this with crap that you need to listen to before the podcast or in the middle. Um, but the way we grow this podcast is you guys subscribe. And if you guys got anything out of this podcast, like if you got inspired or if you found something that can benefit your life or your partner's life or somebody that you know that needs this podcast, share it. Give us a like, thumbs up, boop. Like Seth says, finger fuck that button. But give us a like, give us a subscribe, share, help us grow and help us reach those people that actually really, really need it.
Yep. And be honest with yourself. You heard?